In order to get into Shirsasana or headstand safely, there are at least 3 things that need to happen. One, the fourth, is of course core stability so that your spine can be stable and in a neutral position. The other thing is your glenohumeral joint needs to be able to externally rotate enough without protracting your scapula, which causes roundness in your back, and that's way too much pressure on your cervical spine, because you need to get that arm bone straight up and down and slight external rotation in your humerus and the scapula protracted. So that's a lot of mobility through the shoulder joint. The other thing that needs to happen is, well, you have no control over this one, is the size of your head needs to be smaller than the length of your humerus. If the length of your humerus is shorter, your elbow comes down to about here, then you have to put way too much pressure on your head, in which case elbow stand, headstand isn't for you. You can do it with your tripod headstand, that's totally fine. And then the last thing that you need is flexibility in the hamstrings. So when you go up into headstand, you'll see this in a second, you need to be able to stack your head, shoulders, and hips right on top of each other, and then just float the legs up. If you have to kick up from a round back, disaster. Your neck bones are teeny tiny. The vertebral bodies of your cervical spine are about the size of a dime, and they're not designed to bear weight, especially the weight of your entire body. So you need to be able to bear significant weight on the forearms. Okay, so now let's break it down. When you come onto your forearms, don't interlace your fingers like this, go like this. In fact, I would prefer that you separate the fingers all together so that you can really splay your fingers up, and that gives you that connection all the way down and into your lats. You need as much stability as you can get. And then you'll see when I come on up that, maybe I'll do sideways for you so you can see what my hamstrings are doing. Hopefully we have enough room here. Okay, so my forearms are down. I'm pressing even through my wrists. And then, yeah, let's not even interlace the fingers. Elbows are shoulder distance apart. No need to do this little business here. Don't bother. Just make sure the shoulders and elbows are stacked. And then soften between the shoulder blades so that your spine is more or less neutral. Head comes down between those hands, and then stack your hips right over your shoulders. Actually, let's just take both legs up at once.